So I'm going to work right now, and I'm kind of bored. So I'm gonna do a story time or whatever. Mother's Day is near, so let's reminisce. So this is a story time about how I found out I was pregnant. But let me tell you, like, I gotta tell y'all, like, how turned I was, like, you know, that I didn't believe I could have been pregnant. So around October, I had relations with my child father, which was once. And we were talking, but not like really talking, you know. He just officially made me his girlfriend after like many months of liking me, but we never spoke to each other the way we wanted to talk to each other because we were always dating somebody else or whatever. You know, that guy who's there, who likes you, who tells you, you know, the good stuff, but you know, like, you can't cross the line because you guys are friends, but then one day you like, fuck it. So October, we decided to just date, relations once, whatever. So November comes, my birthday is like, you know, on the 14th. So, you know, pregnancy is like way off, like way out of the chart. Like, there's no way pregnancy could have been even, you know, in my mind. So my birthday was like on a Monday, and I had a party on a Sunday. I was so drunk at that birthday party, I got kicked out of my own birthday party. Like, that is a story time itself of what I can remember of the party. You know, I might have like somebody else, you know, that was there in the story time to tell you what really happened, because I don't remember much. Whatever. So Monday came, I still was drinking, you know. I had a friend. Let's call my friend Alex. Let's call my friend Alex or whatever. Alex had a dream about fishes. Now, if you're old school, you know dreams about fishes mean, like, you know, somebody's pregnant or yourself. Alex thought she was pregnant. You know? I don't know why I came down on 31st. I forgot, like, this area is messed up. Alex thought she was pregnant. You know, I'm one of those friends, I'm gonna support you regardless. Like, if you think you're going through something, I'm finna go through it with you. Like, there's no going through nothing alone. Like, the only way you could go through something alone as my friend is if I don't know. But if I do know, if I'm able, I would try my best to be in the situation with you. I'm not gonna let you be by yourself in a situation, or I try my best, you know, here and there to put my input in it, so you won't feel like, you know, you're here by yourself, because you have friends for a reason. We're here to support you. So I'm like, girl, you know, I'm gonna take this pregnancy test with you. I can't let you do this by yourself. You know, we're friends. This is a scary moment of your life or whatever type stuff, you know. So obviously, I don't even know why I did this, but I think it was a Friday. I decided to buy the test for us. I could have just waited until she came out the party and we could have went to the Family Dollars or whatever, a Dollar Tree, and bought the dollar test. For some odd reason, I decided to buy the test for us. To be honest, I think I knew I was pregnant, because I remember, like, when I was talking to the boy, I used to make word comment like, you know, I have, like, my period, I've been cramping lately, it might be because I'm pregnant or whatever. Just joking. But I knew, like, my period was supposed to be coming on, like, my period always come on events. Like, I'm so serious. Like, my prom, my period came. Alice Adventure trip, my period came. Bitch Garden trip, my period come. Like, my period comes on events. So I knew on my birthday my period was gonna come regardless. Like, my period does not even, you know, it never not amaze me, okay? Because my period's a hater, you know? So I was like, you know, I'm cramping or whatever, so I know my period was supposed to come. Boom. You know, after the party, I noticed my period didn't come. It's Friday. That means, like, what, 3 days, 4 days after my birthday, still with no period or whatever. So kind of, to be honest, I thought I was pregnant on the low. I probably was going to deny myself, because now that I think about it, it didn't make no sense for me to buy a pregnancy test personally when it was her who wanted to take the test and I was just supposed to be a supporter. It didn't make no sense for me to personally buy that test. Anywho, I bought the test, and I was renting out a room at that time. So I, like, went to the house discreetly, because, you know, my friend happened to be sitting on the couch that I was renting the room from, and I didn't really want her to know like what was going on, because like I was very private with my relationship, so, and like what I was doing, you know, so she didn't know much. So I like got to slug my way inside the house or whatever. Anywho, I went to the restroom like fast, you know, and I decided to take the pregnancy test, because I'm like, you know, I think I'm pregnant. Still, like, in my head, I think I did know I was pregnant. I just, like, too much didn't want to believe it, because I'm like, damn, one time you got some strong, you know, them seeds flying. Anywho, so I took the test, and it showed a line and a very faint line. So I'm like, this ain't no negative test. You know, negative is supposed to be one line, not in line, and a little faint line or a dry line, you know. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna take her test then. That one was dark. So I'm like, hell fuck nah. You got to be fucking kidding. Like, no. So I went in I like snuck back out the house. I forgot what I told my homegirl. Let's say her name is Jay, the one I rented the room from. I forgot what type of mess I told her or whatever, because I remember telling her something about me not coming back home that night or whatever, just out of respect, you know. And I went downstairs, and I'm like, you know, I just came back from Tallahassee not too long ago, trying to start my life up. I got me a car. I'm a manager, you know. I just became a manager. I got me a little space of my own, you know. Like, I'm out my mama crib. I'm starting to get into this adult stuff. I'm about to go to school for hair and stuff, because I was gonna be a cosmetologist, you know, not, you know, till I go to school for business. And then I was thinking about, you know, venturing out and owning a salon and other stuff, like doing real estate, you know, those things. And I'm like, a baby don't fit in this or whatever. So I'm confused. I'm like crying. So I decided to call, I think I called him, my child father. Let's say his name is Kay. So I called Kay, and I'm like, yo, one time, like, dead serious, like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you trapped me, you did this on purpose, I knew you wanted to do this, because even though, you know, we were talking, we weren't really talking when we, like, in relationships. Like, I could tell he liked me, I probably kind of liked him a little bit, probably just didn't want to tell him, you know, stuff like that. And he was at work, so he was so confused. He didn't even know what to say. So I'm like, what do you want to do? You know, I'm not going to tell you to... I was like, I'm not going to tell you to be in this child life, because I'm not going to force nobody to be in this child life. I'm not getting an abortion. The only thing I'm thinking about is keeping my baby or letting somebody have temporary custody of the child until I get myself to where I want to be. He was like, he's all for this. Well, he was older than me, so it made sense that he was more mature of the situation. He wasn't scared, because he like, okay, I'm old as hell. Not that old, but you know, I just turned 20. I think he was 26, 27. I don't know. I forgot. I be figuring his age. And you know, he already, you know, in his life, he got 2 jobs. He had a place. He had a car. Like, in his head, he was like, that's all I needed was just a little, you know, puzzle to the piece. A piece to the puzzle or whatever. So he wasn't really freaking out, but kind of found out he said he was freaking out, but he was at work, so he didn't know how to react, because he didn't want nobody in his business. Then I called my friend A, and I'm like, girl, da-da-da-da-da, you was dreaming about me, you jinxed me, da-da-da-da, this and the third. She was like, what? Buy another test. So I bought myself the Clear Blue test, and I bought her, I think, $2 test, if I'm not mistaken. And and we was in the bathroom. I don't know if we was in the bathroom together or we took turns. I just know in that house, when we went in the house, I think her grandma was in a room, her sister was in another room, her cousin was in another room. Like I said, she came from a party or whatever. Did I say that? She was in a party when I called her and was telling her all this crazy stuff. So after she got up from the party, you know, she came to the house and we did the test together. Mine was like 2 to 3, whatever, on the Clear Blue and stuff like that. And hers was negative. I was mad as hell. I was like, it was you had dreams about the fishes, not me. You know, still in denial, this and that. And I don't know, it was just crazy. Like, I didn't even know how to act. Like, I wasn't sad, it's just that I wasn't ready. Like, nobody's ready, but there's people who plan pregnancies, and at that moment I wasn't the person who was planning the pregnancy. And like, she's so, like, A is such a good friend, because she's like, whatever, let's go party. And we partied that night. She gave me one of her dresses that night, and we just went to go party. Like, I didn't drink, obviously, but I know I was drinking while I was pregnant, but I didn't know. So I didn't drink. It was her cousin's birthday. I was the sober one. They was all drunk in the car, whatever. And then the next morning, reality hit, and I'm like, I gotta set plans for my baby or whatever, because I don't want to be no mess up. Like, I don't want my child to not have anything and stuff like that. I want to be as mature as possible in this situation. So I got in contact with his dad. It's not like we weren't talking like that, but we were so busy, like there really was no really conversation amongst us, whatever, like that. And we decided to get everything checked out, see if I was really pregnant, this and the third, whatever. So went to the doctor's office. I ain't been to the doctor's office in years. I think the first time I ever went to the doctor's office is when I was sick at a point in time growing up, and my mom could swear that I was pregnant, but I wasn't. Long story cut short, it was a health issue of why I was always sick. And we found out went to the doctors. Anyhow, she walks in the room. She has a smile on her face because she's happy, because she probably think these are couples. They probably planned this. The last time I seen this girl, she said she's not gonna have sex again until she's married or at least engaged. You know how that goes. Because like I said, I ain't seen her so long, but I did promise to her that I wasn't gonna do any sexual things until I was married. So whatever and so forth. And she was like, "You guys plan this?" And our face is so straight, what? And then we did an ultrasound, vaginal one, and she seen that my uterus was full, I guess that's what you could say. She couldn't really see the sac at the time because it was so early on. I caught it early stage of pregnancy, So she knew it was a pregnancy there because of the test, but we just didn't know, if it was, I think her term vital pregnancy or something like a pregnancy that would last, because it was so early and she couldn't even see anything. So yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant. I was scared. It was crazy. It was from a friend who had a dream. I was in denial. I cried. I hid my pregnancy. Let me tell y'all, that's another story time. I literally hid my pregnancy for up to probably 4 months or 5 months. No, with the family. But I knew they knew that I was pregnant when I was close to 3 months. They just weren't saying anything. And then I hid my pregnancy until I was maybe 6 months from my job. I was very small. I didn't start showing until I was really 8 months pregnant. That's another story time. But all I say, Mother's Day is near. And I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, because I promise to God, every day I look at my son and I be about to bawl hog cry, because he's a blessing. He is a little blessing. He is awesome. I wouldn't trade this boy for nothing in the world. I thank God so much, because he didn't have to bless me like that. And he did bless me. And he did trust me to carry his little angel and to guide his angel. He trusts me with his angel. He didn't have to do that, and he did. So I'm happy that this year I can finally have somebody say Happy Mother's Day. I can finally say I know what it is to be a mother, So that was my story time about me finding out I was pregnant and how I react. And I want to say Happy Mother's Day. And I want to say thank God for blessing me with the baby. A little precious angel who has his own little personality. Happy Mother's Day, guys.